If you'll forgive the intrusion of my voice, I would like to break down what exactly makes the Desperation phase so hard, and how specifically I'm dodging it. The pattern may look simple, but it took me a lot of trial and error, and practice to figure out a consistent strategy for it. As I mentioned, the Desperation phase is so tough because these dashes from the Devourer cannot be rammed with the Elation Aegis. This, combined with the fact that they're predictive, really fast, and can spawn right next to you, make this phase extremely nasty. Typically, for very fast predictive things, you really want to have a dash so that your velocity changes so rapidly that you can fool the predictiveness. Even if you can't ram through them, being able to bait their movement is vital. However, dodging DoG's portals by dashing introduces a new problem. DoG's portals always spawn in front of you, in the direction you're moving. This means that if you dash to dodge DoG when he's coming from a portal below you, the next portal will spawn right in front of you, and you won't be able to dodge that one by dashing. You need a dash to bait the teleports, but you also need to manipulate DoG's next portal to make it dodgeable too. It took me quite a while and a lot of God mode practice to figure this out, so I'll describe what I do. I start the cycle by standing on a platform with DoG emerging from a portal below me. This means I need to dodge it with my dash, but if I'm not careful, the next portal will spawn right in front of me. I start flying diagonally in the direction I don't want to dash to bait the next portal. Then, right as DoG emerges from the portal below me, I dash in the opposite direction that I was flying. When correctly timed, I force the portal to spawn in front of me right before I dash away, giving me a lot of breathing room, while also correctly baiting DoG's predictiveness from the lower portal. If I screw up the timing, typically by dashing too early, either DoG's next portal spawns in front of me after I start dashing, or the predictiveness from the bottom portal isn't fooled by my dash. Often both. It's pretty much game over if that happens. Assuming I didn't screw it up, we now have DoG coming in from a portal that's roughly horizontal with me. We want to be able to dash in a perpendicular direction to the portal to bait it. Thankfully our old friend, Slimy Saddle, is here to save us. Unlike with the first dash, you don't need to do any baiting with the saddle, as you want the next DoG portal to spawn below you, so just time the saddle correctly to trick the predictiveness from the horizontal portal and you're golden. Now, we're standing on a platform with DoG emerging from a portal below, which is the exact situation that we started with. Thus, we've completed the cycle and can just repeat this over and over until DoG eventually wears down his own health. Getting the timing down is pretty hard, but thankfully the pounding before DoG exits the portal forms a sort of rhythm to sync your movements to. Unfortunately, because these sound cues are so useful for timing, music in any form is very distracting and makes it way harder to pay attention. So allow me to mute the music for a minute to show you what I mean. Each teleport cycle, DoG hits the portal thrice and then emerges on the fourth strike. The first strike also lines up with the sound for the laser wall telegraphs, and the third lines up with their fire sound. You count to 3, dash on the fourth, and repeat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Over and over and over again until DoG hits 1 HP. I have no idea if this is actually the way this is supposed to be done, but considering this script is about 6,000 characters, something tells me I might be overthinking this. If you know of any easier way to do this, please let me know. Additionally, I found a way to bypass the Desperation phase entirely. It's supposed to start at 10%, however, DoG will not instantly start it if he's in the middle of a laser barrage. Thus, if you wait until he's doing a laser wall before getting him to 10%, it's possible to burst him down with adrenaline and even kill him before he has a chance to start Desperation at all. And honestly, this is probably the easiest way to beat Malice DoG given how much of a nightmare the final phase is. You can also lower him down to like 5% or something if you want to still experience Desperation, but don't want it to last for like 50 seconds. Regardless, I do think this is a fun fight, although it does make me curious about the grand scale plans for Malice mode. DoG is a fair, albeit very hard challenge in Malice, which makes me wonder if the Calamity devs have plans to rework other bosses in Malice mode whenever their non-Malice versions get proper reworks. And if they do, will future Malice reworks be as polished and fair as this one? And if that happens, will Malice lose its status as a joke difficulty and become the true successor to Malice of old? To be clear, this is just speculation, but it would be nice to see Calamity finally have a well-balanced but very hard difficulty after all these years, sort of like Masochist mode from Fargo's. Anyway, that's all for now. See you next time.